I'm back. What was I saying? Don't stop a thought and try to get back to it. That's a challenge. Anyways, so today is also my shot day. I'm still on the 7.5, and I gotta be honest with you. I've gained, like I said, 4 pounds since I went from 5 to 7.5, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if I should go up in dose. I've taken 4 shots now with the 7.5. After watching some videos from Brittany on her GLP-1 journey, and also Fit Flavor Fun talking about injection sites. Today I did my first one in my left thigh, so we'll see if that does anything. And in watching those videos and having people talk about their injection sites and everything, one thing I have noticed is when I first started this, I could feel my shot immediately. Now, again, remember my first shots, 4 shots, were Ozempic, very low dose, but I could feel those shots immediately, and I could feel the appetite go down. It was hard to eat. Even on tirzepatide, Mounjaro, when I switched to that, the lower doses, the 2.5 for almost 2 months, didn't really notice any. I couldn't tell if I took the shot or not. I did eat less, but not, it wasn't, but when I was hungry, I did notice that right away. There was no fooling around. And it's the same now, even up to 7.5. I knock on wood, I've been blessed. I haven't had any side effects, but I can't tell when I take the shot. And I watch a lot of different YouTube channels about GLP-1s. As your downside, the London cab driver, Gavin, another guy from London, man does Mounjaro. Alan is losing it, I think is his channel. Everybody talks about being able to feel the shot. Countless of shopping. I really don't feel any appetite suppression, so to speak. I get hungry and I eat. And again, I'm going to post the logs now that I'm back to that. But I eat anywhere from 1,600 to 2,200 calories a day. Now, according to ChatGPT, matter of fact, I just found this again the other day. A sample diet for a 59-year-old taking Mounjaro with an A1C at the time of 5.7. I'm sorry, 5.9. Activity level moderate, 8,000 steps a day, 90 minutes of active time, and working out 3 times a week. At the time, my weight was 240 pounds, height 5'11". Said that my basal metabolic rate was 1,924 calories a day. So if I'm trying to do a calorie deficit, it said to maximize weight loss, calorie deficit of 500 to 1,000 calories a day is typically recommended to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week, which is safe and sustainable. And that's based on an activity factor of 1.55 based on my exercise. So that means that total BMR TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, should be 2,982 calories. So if I reduce that by 1,000, that would bring me down to 1,882 calories a day, 1,982 calories a day. I'm eating 1,600 to 2,200. So it says for most people, a calorie intake of 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day is reasonable range to ensure adequate nutrition, especially if Mounjaro's appetite suppressing effects. So why am I gaining weight? I don't know. Now it's interesting. It says to optimize weight loss and health, macronutrient recommendations aim for 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight to preserve muscle mass. For 108.9 kilograms, the grams per day, 1 gram equals 4 calories. So sources: lean meats, fish, and yogurt. Now it says carbohydrates, focus on complex carbs. For example, vegetables, whole grains. I don't eat hardly any grains. To maintain sugar, aim for 40 to 50% of your calories from carbs. Yeah, I'm never there. 200 to 275 grams a day. I'm not doing it. Healthy fats, avocados, nuts, olive oil should comprise 20 to 30% of calories per day on a 2,000 calorie diet. And then fiber, aim for 25 to 35 grams per day for satiety and digestive growth. So a sample calorie target. Given your activity level and Mounjaro use, A daily intake of 1,800 to 2,200 calories per day is recommended to maximize weight loss while maintaining energy and nutrition. Start at 2,000 calories per day based on progress. Weight loss plateaus, reduce those calories by 100 to 200 a day. Excessive hunger or fatigue, increase by 100 to 200 a day. So, I think I'm doing this. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm not sedentary anymore. I can tell you it's frustrating as hell that you see all these people, oh, I didn't work out at all for the first year. Now, I'm going to introduce something else that I don't know what to do with. Help me out here if you can. I actually started this journey 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. And again, not to rehash everything, but I had my heart attack in March of 22. I found keto, low carb content on the internet in about May. And when I started in May, I distinctly remember going to the doctor and him saying that I was 288 pounds. So let's say that's where I started. So if that's the case, I'm actually down 50 pounds. I don't know how to equate that. A lot of people on these GLP-1 channels are close to their highest weights when they started it. I was already down 30 pounds at 258 or 256 when I started taking the shots. As I had mentioned before, I had gotten down to 239 at one point, very short period of time, in October of 23, so roughly 2 years ago. I was the same weight I am today. But that's what, is set point a thing? I don't know. Is that what I'm supposed to be dealing with? You tell me. But we're going to figure this out. I'd appreciate input if anybody has any experience going through this. I don't want to say I'm frustrated because I'm not frustrated. The measurements certainly help tell the story. And I do get comments that guys at work are teasing me. I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary at work and they're commenting. And a year ago this time I was up in the 260s. So that's good. But I really expected, based on all the hype with these GLP-1s, I expected to be probably 10 to 15 pounds lower than I am right now. I really expected to be down in the 220s. I think I said this. Even at 5 pounds a month, when I hit 233 end of September, first part of October, would put me in maybe 2 teens by now. But we've literally been treading water for 2 months. We're exactly where we were 2 months ago. So, yeah, frustrating. I'm not giving up though. As soon as I get done shooting this, I'm going to go out and do my workouts with the weights, the sauna. I don't know, maybe that's it. I only got in the sauna twice this week. Meant to get in the sauna yesterday and I didn't. Meant to get in it Thursday and I didn't. Or did I? Maybe I did get in it Thursday. I don't know if I should go back to making sure I keep my carbs under 20 a day. Things on the scale, it still says my water is really low. It says 48%. I'm trying to drink as much water as I can. I drink these seltzer waters. These are 1 liter bottles. I drink 2 to 2.5 a day most days. Yesterday I only got 1 in, but I don't know. Once a day I put a pack of electrolytes in it. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. I really would love some input. I've been rambling on for about 15 minutes. So I always like to take a positive from every conversation. So first positive is we're down inches. 6 months, making progress. I have noticed that a lot of my pants are getting to the point where we're going to have to think about it. Getting some new ones. I still have 2 or 3 pairs of 38s that I'm wearing and a couple pairs of 36s. Got down to the last notch on one of my belts. And I don't want to buy more clothes until I'm actually down. Shirts are definitely feeling too big. Most of my 2Xs are getting big. This one's a 3X. This thing is a tent, but I like it. It's comfortable. Yeah. And in the winter, I'm not one to go out and walk in the cold, but I do have a treadmill over there, and I've utilized that this week. Do it tomorrow too. But I'm not filming the workouts. Might film a little bit of it just to prove that I did it. I'm going to force myself to, but I don't think anybody wants to just watch me walk on the treadmill. Then again, what's the difference if I'm sitting in this chair in my office or walking on the treadmill? This camera that follows my face, so I don't know, you tell me. So anyways, November 8th update, 6 months on a GLP-1. For those of you who think GLP-1s are the worst thing in the world, still here. I have zero side effects. Long term, I think they're going, and based on the news this week, and again, I'm not trying to be political, but if we bring down the cost of these bad boys, I think it'd be a great thing for everybody. I'm because I have insurance that does cover it, although I've got a doctor's appointment coming up in a month, and I am going to try to order another 3 months worth while I have no deductible for the rest of the year. I've got 2 boxes of 7.5s left of Mounjaro. I've got 1 5 milligram and 1 2.5 milligram pen. So technically I have 9 shots of 7.5. I gotta tell you, I did consider maybe jumping up to 10, manipulating things my own way, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna stay the course, but I am gonna talk to the doctor and see if it's time to go up to a 10. We'll see. The other thing I'm confused about, and I'd like to talk about if somebody wants to give me some feedback, is because I was a type 2 diabetic, I guess technically I still am. I still have a hard time with that, even though my A1C is down, but technically I'm still a type 2 diabetic. I wonder why the weight loss is so much different. But everybody says it is. I guess you got to go with the flow. So, all right, I'm going to wrap up now. Again, like, subscribe, share with your friends if you find it valuable. My small little, I think I'm still under 20 subscribers, so we definitely like to get that up if possible. But join me on quest. Let's see. Maybe let me know at your channel. Maybe I can join you on your quest. And let's see how we can take advantage of these next, just for now, 5 months. That'll get me to my 60th birthday. And we'll see if we hit my goal of being under 200 pounds in the next 5 months. 4 pounds a week, or no, wait. 40 pounds, 5 months, 8 pounds a week. That might be tough, but we'll try. So, see you then. Thanks again. God bless. All right. Well, we're recording again. Changing plans. You're going to watch me on the treadmill just for a minute. I'm going to jump on the treadmill while I'm catching up on some YouTube videos. So we're going to do an hour on the treadmill, which is going to be, give or take, 2 miles. All right, I'm going to turn the video off, but Saturday morning, treadmill time. If I get on the bike, maybe I'll throw that up. We'll see you later.